Alright, quick little update. So the 207 is out. Didn't put too much of a fight up because it looks like it was out. Obviously you can tell it hasn't been out that long ago, even though it probably was 25, 30 years ago. Who knows? Not sure when this motor got put in. I mean, it did a nice job cleaning it all up. Made it look nice and pretty, but it's not that pretty on the inside. I got an idea what I'm going to use it for, so I'm not going to get rid of it. We'll fix it. That'll be plan B down the road. So I got the other engine mocked up here. Well, not mocked up, but just sitting here. And I knew I had to do a little modifications, which I'm not even worried about. So plan is to make that fit. I got this 52 Pontiac firewall indentation I cut out of a car I got rid of a couple years back. That's going to work out perfect. I just got to move it back about, it's 3 inches. I get 3 inches, I'll have lots of room up front. I already had the radiator sitting there and stuff, so I know what I'm going to need. A little work on the floor, but that's okay, because actually driver's side of the floor is kind of all rusted out and someone chopped it all off anyways. So I gotta redo that anyways. Not a big deal. It's gonna be dark in there, you're not gonna see, and I didn't grab a flashlight. That's my fault. I'll go get a flashlight. So you're probably wondering, well, I'm sure 90% of you already know what that is. But I gotta cut the floor out anyways. Floor's a little funky over here. The passenger side looks really good. Don't think I'm gonna put the battery underneath the car. That might get relocated to the trunk. So that's coming out. Obviously cross members gotta come out. Brakes and all that, probably do what I did in the 40. I ended up moving all the master and that back here, so I got more room up there. Not a big deal. Pretty simple. So if I gotta move the seat back an inch or two, not worried, but I think the floor is gonna come back about an inch. And like I said, it's all rotten down there. It's not that great. This car isn't perfect, so before people start freaking out, oh my god, you're cutting up a perfectly good car. It's not perfect. It's actually rusted out here, and that's all Bondo. And when I took the fenders off, they're not perfect, which I already knew. I mean, I knew what I was getting myself into. The car looks really, really good, but it's not that great. I mean, this is rusted out here, and that's for the body. I'm gonna fix that. The other side is completely gone. Pretty typical on these old Chevys. I know mine was completely gone in the 40, along with the rockers were completely rotted out in my 40, and well, pretty much the whole bottom of the car was rusted out in my 40. But the frame is solid. That's the big thing on these top hat frames. They do like to rot out, at least up here. So, I think the next order of business is we clean the firewall off, get the heater out, get the pad off, and strip that all down. Trim this up, and then cut that out to fit, and then we'll get that in there. And then, once I get that figured out, we'll figure out on motor mounts, tranny mount, get that all figured out and done. And then I still gotta go through this engine. It was a runner. I drove this engine. Actually ran pretty good, but it was just tired. So not gonna go a full rebuild. Like I said, this is a budget, so we're just gonna pull it apart, hone it, rings, bearings. It does need a cam. Cam's kind of wiped on it. I'm gonna go through the heads, touch the valves up. They all look good, but we'll run them through the valve grinder quick. And, you know, just make it a nice driver. Looks like I have a little bit of fun with the steering box and the oil filter. There's a couple ideas I got there, so not overly worried about that. I wasn't even sure if I was going to use the stock steering box or not. Kind of want to make it a cross steer, but we'll see. But yeah, and if you haven't figured out what that is, that's a 306 Ford. Yes, Ford. I said Ford. Ford. So all you Chevy people are gonna freak out. I know. All you Ford people are cheering. Yep, I can hear you cheering now. Let me just say 306s and me go way back. And I have this. I don't have a 292. If I had a Chevy 292, I'd probably stick it in there, but I don't have one. I have like 5 of these. So that's what I'm using. Something different. So that's it. Talk to you guys later.